Did you time that for when I started? Hello. I'm feeling sleepy. So, obviously the super high energy chaotic streamer you know is not going to be here today. No. How are you doing today? Can relate to sleepiness. Oh, hold on. My headset's not comfy. I've not even worked a full day and I'm still sleepy. Anyways, last time we left off, we gone to Veilstone, and yeah, we still feel hungry from Saturday. Oh, but yeah, off stream I have done a little bit of grinding, just getting Sore Throat up to level 30, which is what level Melee and Sicario is. I made this a bit early for sleep. I'm probably not going to be going as late as I would on a Sunday, since I have started roughly at around 7. So hopefully I can finish a bit earlier today. What I didn't do on Sunday though was go to the department store. Actually, do I need any of these? Let's see. Well, I don't need revives. 17 super potions should be fine for where I am right now. Yeah, the amounts of HP I've got. I will start buying Ultra Balls though. Feels weird seeing this on a... So I guess you mean Tuesday rather than Sunday. Got used to colours. All 2 streams of it. Alright, may as well sell all these. There we go. But yeah, I didn't go around here on Sunday, so why not check it out? I can give you the counter app over the counter. Oh, Poppy has finally posted.
Tuesday. Sunday. Same difference, they make a Monday sandwich.
These are quite expensive for where I am right now. Guard spec sounds like it could be useful in Cynthia's with Cynthia. Stat reduction, who's preventing stat reduction? Hold on. Yeah, it would be cool. Like bringing the department store in would be cool. Oh, I'm gonna get false swipe. Helpful for catching Pokemon. Because what I think they should do is put the department stores back in, like because obviously having the Pokemarts as part of the Pokemon Center is useful. It's a nice sort of just handy thing. But then if they like say had a department store, then they could bring back the Pokemon theme. I don't think any of... Actually, why not? Can Pony to learn Fire Blast. That's a special, but it is a big damage. So I believe this Ponyta, yeah, more of an attacker than a special attacker. Yeah, I get that also. I think I still will give it Fire Blast, but you know. I know it's, you know. Oh, no one in my party can learn False Swipe. Oh well. Still potentially useful. This. Okay, yeah, this is the one where you can buy a few things for the underground. By a few things, I mean some pedestals. And then up here, it's just the rooftop bit. Two buff skies standing side by side. That's all. So we get expensive water. I don't think we need it. Oh, I didn't even. Yeah, you weren't thirsty anyway. No basement, unfortunately. It's not platinum. Oh, no, don't. Anyway, why am I going this way around? I guess we should probably head on over to the gym. Alright, let's move my Pokemon around. Obviously, Sore Throat will be useful when we fight Lucario, but actually, hold on. What are her Lucario's stats? I don't care that I'm looking it up. I don't think it says the stats. Once again, they use the inferior gym layout. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind this gym, but it's not. The punching bags and stuff is probably is cooler, but I don't mind this layout. Hold on. Oh, its defense and special defense are the same, at least on base stats. Well then. Let's go fight this guy. Again, hopefully these fights before Maylene will level up, well, maybe level up my Pokemon a little bit. Oh, Giga Drain. You know what? No, I won't. Because Leech Life will go off of, we'll get a stab. Let's see. I don't want to get rid of Water Pulse because then I'm left with all like really low PP moves. I'll get rid of Body Slam because I think I have other things that can do normal type coverage. No, speaking of water types, I should probably keep Perfection far away from any of these fights. No, Detect. Fun. My favourite thing. Yeah. That showed you. I lost because I didn't eat enough pizza. Words to live by? I might as well just fight them as quickly as I can. Black Belt Colby. Yeah, my plan is probably to... I should eat more pizza. Pizza is good. But yeah, my plan is basically use Dusterfred here, basically up until Lucario, then swap in Sore Throat, and hopefully go for the kill with Sore Throat. Right, you got 3 Machokes. Clearly, this guy has a type. It's better than 1 Macho Man in your trials as 3 Macho Men. I'm so glad that my Wurmple evolved this way. Just mirroring the one in Legends Arceus. Just perfectly mirroring it. Yeah, I feel like self-damaging moves might not be the best thing. Once he does to make it to the end. I guess we'll see what happens. Actually, rather than let's fight the other guy first. What I'll do, fight this guy, go back to Pokemon Center, and then figure out the puzzle. By figure out the puzzle, I mean just bash my head against the wall until I sort it out. How's the gym going? We're on our fourth trainer, and it's going well. We're just one-shotting everything. I'm just reading the chat. On the topic of soaps, I don't get the appeal at all. So you know, like I just don't see the point. I don't see the appeal. I don't understand why they exist, basically. No level up for Sore Throat. They might level up before Lucario. But yeah, let's run away to the Pokemon Center, restore my PP. Actually, before I do that, see if my berry's grown. Imagine living in a town where there's drama going on literally every day. Oh, 2 whole leper berries. I even watered it like as it was growing. Why does anyone stay there, especially with the murders and explosions? It's like the sort of crime shows, like or like sort of the like sort of shows that are like where it's like a small town but there's like murders all the time. Sort of like also like I looked up what level Ponyta evolves at, and I found it was level 40. I thought, nah, I ain't evolving Ponyta for the gym. Want to like to see a drama-free family move in after a month. Yeah, that would be quite funny. Right, let's see if I can remember how this goes. Let's see if I do that. Well, moving that doesn't really accomplish anything. Move this one. Oh no, moving this does accomplish something. Being able to move up here. Which then accomplishes that. I'm going to move Oh, I don't need to go back that way. No, yes I do. I'm clever. And then we don't move that one. Let's see. Right. And then we go around this way through here. Okay, cool. Oh. Look, I said I before I did this, I already said that my method of solving the puzzle would be to bash my head against the wall till I solve it. And I did just that, so, you know. This gym's training your brain muscles. Because when in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, when you're inside, you're still stuck to the grid, if I remember correctly, so... I mean, if you use the D-pad, you are, like, still restricted to the grid, if you wanted to move like that. It's just, you know, this Pro Controller's D-pad is not great. Alright, so these two Pokemon, like the first two Pokemon should hopefully go down easy. I think they're just normal, like, fighting types. They're just still standard fighting types, yeah. So we'll clean up these easily. It's the Lucario that's the worry. Just because it kind of did destroy a few of my Pokemon in my first playthrough with its Drain Punch. Yeah, if we switch to you, because you are Fire type, which means you have an advantage against the, what's it called? The Steel typing. Oh, actually, that's low accuracy. I'm going to stick with Flame Wheel just because it does have... Ooh. Harshly lowering defense. X defense. Yep, that's what I was expecting. That's a lot of damage. That would have killed if I... Ugh. See what I mean? I don't like the idea of Lucario screeching at you. We're in a bit of a pinch here, aren't we? All I can really do is hope it stops using Drain Punch. It's just probably... yes, I think it does have a ground type move, not a very strong one. use the Mud Slap. But yeah, I know it is definitely bulkier. I think my Gastrodon in my first playthrough was what helped me through. Yeah, it's literally 20 power. Oh, now it's using a stat move. Put some dirt in your eye. Oh, even though it's only 20 power, oh, it's because it critted. Oh, Screech. What I can hope for is that it misses. Because it's... oh, of course. Potions! I forgot that they do that. Yeah. At least the Shell Bell is slightly increasing my HP every time. Yeah! We are just making it... basically, it's just like swinging around wildly, hoping to hit. Ooh! Thank you, friendship mechanic. Oh. Yeah. Again, you see what I mean. Right, I think I'm just gonna have to do this and hope that the accuracy lowering has, you know, done its thing. No, apparently not. This is, what I was worried about. I can't remember. How does electric affect steel types?
Kill that bastard Lucario pouting face.
Hold on. Type chart. Desktop site. Let's see. Steel. Yeah, steel. No. No, it's just one times. Hmm. But does electric steel fighting? How does electric deal against fighting though? Just one times. Since Duster is bug flying, it probably also hi Joe. I'm just strategizing. I'm not ignoring you. Bug and flying both resist fighting, so that should be quarter damage done to Dusterfred, shouldn't it? Right, we'll try it. How does bug affect? Bug is half damage, so leech life probably isn't going to be. Alright. Incineroar isn't in this game, I know. It's unlovely. Right, we need... we need the accuracy lowering to come in clutch. What? Metal ore. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! Right. We've had a sad loss, but we did beat her without any further casualty. Oh. My heart rate just read 116. To be more intense, we can see the opponent's health. Look. Where else can I put... could I... I suppose I could move everything down. No, if I put the party down there, then I can't... You can't see anything. You like the mystery? Well, I've moved things now. That's probably going to cover up something else anyway. Oh, we can actually... Hey! But also... sad. And if you're asking me if I like Sylvester McCoy, I have literally no opinion. Yeah, I'm fully aware of what Drain Punch does. Oh, what do you want, Lucas? Why do streams buffer for you? I don't know. The internet? He plays the brown wizard in The Hobbit. Well, I've not seen that either, so, you know. Right. Stream on YouTube so it doesn't crash. Funnily enough, Joe, my streaming setup wouldn't work with YouTube with like the stuff I do. Anyways, it is time to engage the idea that's totally not stolen from Ben's streams. Yeah. Well, you made us able to, you know, help defeat Maylene Lucario by lowering its accuracy. So your death was not entirely in vain. Mixer has been dead for a few years, Joe. I still have the app on my old phone, just because I thought it was funny to keep it around. But yeah, rip in peace, West Arrow. I don't need to listen to it twice. Right, so I need someone to replace you. Oh yeah. Mixer is a dead Mixer is literally dead. Like, it doesn't exist anymore. Like Microsoft shut it down. Trying to think what would be good for... Because, I mean, taking electric type into the next gym will help, because water. Let's see. Good old Crick Astley. For the extra coverage, we could always take Joe. Because I feel like the other types we've got here, well, apart from Rock, the other types we've got here are kind of covered. And I'm not going to use the, like, mythicals / legendaries. Let's heal up. Incineroar wouldn't carry me in this game because I would choose not to use him out of principle. Also, they didn't add him because they wanted to be, they wanted to restrict it to the Gen 4 decks for whatever reason. What's the Magikarp called? What did I call the Magikarp? I called the Oh, and Chips. Faithful remake. Yes, I will. I will team up. This will be a much easier fight than Maylene Zicario, I think. Feels weird seeing my camera in the bottom corner instead of the top corner. Oh. Oh, Air Cutter attacks both. Nice. Does the police just not exist in Sinnoh? They only exist in Platinum. Obviously. And there's his Air Cutter again. In this timeline, Luca's on Esparta instead of investigating Galactic. On this timeline, Luca just doesn't exist, I don't think. I'll say, hopefully when we get to Pastoria, hopefully, the gym leader there, he shouldn't be as much of an issue. I don't recall him having any particular problematic Pokemon. It's like Maylene's, Lucario was problematic in my first playthrough, but I don't recall Crushwick having anything problematic. Alright, now you're just trying to bait us. Because very Definitely not from Sun and Moon. I know he is in Sun and Moon, but he's not from Sun and Moon. Like I know he's in it, but he's not from it. Still missed opportunity for him not to have been it, like, because like missed opportunity for him not being in Sword and Shield. Yeah, I guess we will continue. As in every 3DS Pokemon, then the Switch dumped him. Oof. Like they could have made like some like Doctor Who joke, considering he kind of looks a bit like David Tennant's Doctor, although probably isn't. Probably is inspired by other things. Oh, that's not what I meant to use. I mean, it still worked, but you know. We'll keep you out, I guess. Oh, Leech Life is effective. Oh, rude. I'll take that health back, thank you very much. Oh, nearly all my health back, I guess. Sure, we'll keep you out. Oh, great. My favourite, Confusory. Ah. Come on. Don't hit yourself. Oh. Okay. Okay. Is there anyone that is effective? You. Oh, we'll get any catch this route as well. Assuming we don't get like a million dupes beforehand. Dupes is the problem with the decks is as small as Sinnoh's. Yeah. That is the kind of problem I've been having with the like running with dupes claws. At the same time, if I didn't, I probably would have had like loads of the same Pokemon. So you know, like I'd probably have had like 4 Bidoofs, which granted isn't a problem. I realised I need to put in a new Pokemon icon because I'm organised. So just in case, save. Grab some berries. No, I need to move this way. Make me centered, just like move my laptop all the way to the right of the table. Because I could have moved this way, but nah. No, I don't want to plant a berry. So, let's see what there is. Is it a dupe? Yes. Guess we keep going. Oh no. Hold on. Let me check what the encounter list is. Nvidia have been hacked? Oh. That's not good. What sort of hack? Oh, but 210, it's 214 I need. Info leak? Ah. I think literally my two options for non-dupes in this route are, yeah, Stunky and Girafarig. Those are my two options. For non-dupes. Guess which room is it started up again? I have no idea. Switch Pro. Did those rumours ever go away though? Hey, guess we're getting a Girafarig. Right, nicknames time. Bonus points if you can make it a palindrome. Nice. Seem to leak an upgraded version of the Switch's chips. I mean, the Tegra, you know, the Nvidia Tegra is a pretty old chip at this point. But face. No, the Tegra X1 is a fairly old chip at this point. Like it's from 2015. And the Switch isn't the only thing that uses the Tegra X1 as well, so... yeah. That was a nickname suggestion, I wasn't insulting you. No, I got the joke when I read it. Yeah, I got the joke. I'm gonna use that. And to answer your question, Ben, maybe. We'll just send Buttface to the box for now. What am I doing? There's an item up here. X special defense. Actually, I just noticed the PIs, like, because they were gamblers in the original Japanese version, weren't they? Like of Diamond Pearl, like, it's still like he's still like tossing a coin. I literally just noticed that, like even in this version. Yes, I think they were gamblers anyway. Yeah. Yeah, they were gamblers in the Japanese versions. I don't really think there's much reason to switch out. I'm gonna, yeah. Hey, nighttime music time. It's 8 o'clock, so yeah. Collect a breathy. Oh. Should probably not go with a bug type. Granted, it's like 12 levels below me, but still. What? What is going on? I regret looking at the chat. Not gonna lie. Nice. I'm not going to be shy about not abusing, but like taking advantage of the friendship like stats and stuff. I will quite happily take advantage of them. Oh no. Growl. Oh yeah, I forgot. No, I didn't want to use it. They shouldn't have put it in the game. True. But what was I say? I forgot that rollout works like this in the non-Legends games. Because in Legends you can, like, it actually brings up the move menu again when you use rollout. Well, if you're envious of my Pokédex, perhaps you should get one yourself. Whatever, damn. Well, I assume it's bug type, so yeah. Do that. Bug grass. So flying is even more effective. That was what I'm hearing. There we go. Of course, I can't forget about the other path. I know you can get stuff with, when he digs out the cave more, but I really can't be bothered to catch that many unknown. You know? Around to this area, simply about coastlands. Well, there is a bit that says like Veilstone something in it, and I think it has. I've not gotten far into it. I've not really started the story beyond getting to it and doing like the fight with what's her name, like right when you enter it. But I think I remember the map having a lake on it, which I presume is Lake Valor. Let me guess, sturdy? Yep, sturdy. Oh no! raising its defense when I'm attacking its special defense. Whatever shall I do? Oh, and also it was on 1 HP. Nice and easy. There's the trainer in here. Looks like the sort of friendship stats going up on Duster Thread. It's having the flavor text when it comes out for battle now. I'll switch you in, why not? You're going to be used in the next gym, so... So I want to hopefully obviously keep Sore Throat for the Canalave gym. And also should be useful in the Snowpoint gym as well, thinking about it. It's a Hearthstone gym I'll need to have a think about. I don't remember what's strong against her type. Oh. Dark would be best. There is an item down here. Yeah, there we go. Wow, a tiny mushroom. Oh. Look, a stunky. Yeah, the nickname Buttface would also work for this as well. What I may as well do is go down this way and then go back up and go down the other way to fight all the trainers. Oh. BRB. Enjoy your BRBing. Take this off charge for now, I think. think I can get it to reconnect. Yeah, I can get it to reconnect by closing it and reopening it. Did it have sturdy by any chance? Yeah. So there's like so many Pokemon in this have sturdy, I'm sure. I think this is where it converges back here. So if we go back up. You get sturdy, you get sturdy. Everyone being sturdy makes me sturdy. Psychic Mitchell. Haunter. Did you get it from Mindy by any chance? I don't actually know what moves Murder has. Oh no. Critical hit as well. Nice. Super effective. What? Hold on. Hold on. I am looking in hold on. That sort of direction while my Pokemon is here. How does pressing A talk to the Pokemon? I'm facing away from the Pokemon. Hey, Heart Scale. I'm guessing this is where the Spring Path opens up, when that becomes available. Yeah, I'm very much not going to bother with post-game stuff for this stream, just because I feel like I'm going to get tired if I do post-game stuff. No post-game unfollowing. Look, I know I do a lot that makes you unfollow, but, you know. Yeah, I figured that most Nuzlocks end at the credits. Although, the Johto games... Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, besides Gen 2, yeah. Like, the Johto games, they tend to go further. Although, where would those Nuzlocke end? Would they end after beating all the Kanto gyms, or would they go all the way to Red? Oh, I meant to switch to Juanita. Oh, all the way to Red would be a bit of a grind, though. Or at least in Hard Gold Soul Silver with the level increase. There's gonna be an item in there somewhere, isn't there? One here. Now have the OBS update. See, I manually updated mine by downloading it from the website, and then the Stream Elements plugin didn't like it, so I was like manually because technically the Stream Elements plugin didn't support OBS 27.2, but I was sort of like jankily installing the plugin on top of it. But then the other day Stream Elements pushed an update for their plugin that's compatible with 27.2, so that's good. Literally though, I only use the Stream Elements plugin for the custom bot name on the Stream Elements bot. If that was doable without the Stream Elements plugin, I wouldn't use the Stream Elements plugin. Like, I'd have no need for it. The Valor Lakefront. Does Valor Lakefront count as a separate place for Nuzlocke encounters? Yes. My next question, though, is does it have a different encounter table? Literally, it's all dupes. Literally, it's all dupes. Like, Girafarig I've got, Cricketune I've got, Geodude and Graveler I've got, Bibarel I've got, Staravia I've got, and is dead. So I guess no encounter from here. Oops, or dupes. The classic Sinnoh experience. Sunny Shore City, which is down this road, had a major blackout. At least it's not like the blackout in what's it called? Lumiere City, where you can still see lights on in the windows. I love that. the lights are on. You just can't see us top down. Yeah, I just love the you know, like there's a blackout, you can't go any further till it's fixed while the lights are clearly on. I love that. Gen 6. Gen 6 is a silly game sometimes. Sure. Those are those painted yellow. You probably didn't need to land a critical hit, to be honest, given you outlevel that Pokemon by a lot. Thing is, I may be over-leveled for the normal trainer battles, but then it's just like the gym leaders. Like, the gym leaders are just like so over-leveled compared to everything else around them. May as well do these battles. Alright. No, up. There we go. Send out a skunk Pokemon in a restaurant where people are eating. It's fine, I'm sure. I'm sure the people don't mind. They probably do mind a lot. Considering considering the stench was like bad in Legends Arceus when they're trying to set up that base camp, and that was like out in the open rather than in a enclosed building. Might switch you out for something else. Yeah. Let's try Fire Blast. I mean, it's 85 accuracy, which means it'll miss 85 times before I hit with it, right? Oh no, I actually hit. Wow. Not used to that happening with the lower accuracy moves. Oh no. Oh, speaking of actual owners, just had a bit of a lag spike. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Also, I'm hoping that like I'm not taking like all of their money that they like need for the food as well, because that would be awkward. It's like, oh, you know, here's your bill. Oh, sorry, I can't pay the bill. I gave all my money to like this 12-year-old who beat me into Pokemon battle. I can imagine myself just one day getting bored of sitting up like this for stream and just like laying down on my bed. It's like, eh. No. At least there's only one more battle in this building. Can you tell I'm tired? I don't quite know why I'm so tired, considering again I've only had a short shift at work today. Theoretically, I shouldn't really be that tired. Successful model. I don't know about that. Right, that's those done. Out of the way. The salty tang of the sea tastes like my tears after a hard day at work. I think we can all relate to that. I forgot that I was gonna say Game Freak people. It's not. I don't know whether they're meant to be Game Freak people in this version specifically. Yeah, TM92 Trick Room. Just get that item. PP up. I have heard of the Tin Tower in Johto and the Rainbow Color Pokemon. I think. Can't remember though, it was around what area it was around. Like lens thing. Or maybe inside the building, I can't remember. I know the item is around here, because I didn't find it at first, on my first playthrough, but then when I came back later on, I did manage to find it. Using this radar with a controller is a lot... it's a lot slower than using the touchscreen. Much prefer the touchscreen for this. Thing is, like I said, in handheld mode, like on the Switch, it works pretty much like it did in the original, where you can just tap it and it's a lot easier. You said that, I'm sure I remember being like. Maybe it's not around here. Sure it is though. Hold on. Maybe it's not. I thought it was. I thought it was an item you could find. Hold on. Hold on. Where? Okay, it's outside the building. Oh. Right. There it is. Thank you, Google. Can't remember what I get for it, but it's probably useful. Oh, lava cookie. That's not. I don't think that's really that useful. Yeah, just same as a full heal. Yeah, all that trouble for a lava cookie, which does the same thing as a full heal. Alright, let's move on. I don't know if I'm gonna get to Pastoria City. I might be able to. Guess it depends on how quickly these battles go. No, I don't really want to give up any of those moves for Protect. Oh. What is this? Yeah, it's an East Shellos. Yes, exactly. East Arrow. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Oops. Uh-oh. There we go. Look at all these Theloses. You're a trainer, right? Oh no, a Magikarp. I was tempted to like call my stream like Sleepy Nuzlocke or something, but I didn't really know how sleepy I would appear on stream. But now I'm just like yawning every few minutes. Wow, not a lot of XP. Oh, Gyarados. Yeah, let's switch to a stronger Pokemon that's effective against it. Oh no. Intimidate. But hey, I get more attack against it since it's male, whereas my Pokemon is female because it's got that ability. Although if anything, Intimidate's useful as well. So you know, swings and or roundabouts. How does Murkrow feel about me? That's not. I don't know. Alright. Oh, Perfection's level 36. Being able to read minds just by looking at feet is not power. That is a bit of an odd power. Makes you wonder what else they do in there. Maybe he can read minds anyway and just uses that as an excuse. Oh. Oh. Oh, Aerial Ace. Roast berries. Presumably these are also, yeah, also roast berries. Aguave berries. La papa berries? Or yeah, papa, I don't know. Probably an I, not an L. Because it's capital. I think a lot of the berries in this game are just like just for making poffins though, I think. From what I remember. Anyways, I'm gonna plant a couple of leper berries. Because then if I plant some here, they'll have grown by the time we start next stream. Or if I decide to do any off-stream grinding. Actually, hold on. I suppose Route 213 is technically a different area, isn't it? Hold on. Encounter table... 213 BDSP. There we go. Have I had a weasel? Don't remember. No, I haven't. Okay, so everything but Shellos would be fair game. Let's go have an encounter then. Oh, Shellos is the highest rate encounter in this area, so you know. But I'm gonna say a different form of Shellos doesn't really count as a separate Pokemon for Dupe's Claws. As you know, as helpful as that would be to replace the one I've just lost. Grab a Weasel instead. Although I suppose if I wasn't using Dupe's Claws, then I would have had the other Shellos, like the other form. Because I'm now out of quick balls and I can't remember where I can buy them, and B if I have enough badges to actually buy them. I have zero ideas for Weasel names, I'm not gonna lie. Since it's got a built-in life vest, call it safety first. I suppose it does have a built-in life vest, doesn't it? Because that somehow exists biologically. Or I am Weasel. I am. Is that an L exclamation mark? I can't. Oh, there's it, an L. I quite like the idea of naming it based on its weird its weird like built-in life vest. Well, that it will get when it evolves. Another water type though. Don't really need one right now, but you know. It is a long way from Veilstone. Like the distance between Veilstone and Pastoria is probably one of the longer distances between cities, aside from Snowpoint and anywhere else. The trek to Snowpoint is a long one. But that's what makes it so memorable to me. some more stickers that I haven't been using because I'm way too lazy. I really like the saxophone in the night version of the city theme. I say as I walk into the Pokemon Center and overwrite it with the Pokemon Center music. But yeah, I think though, yeah, it's nearly 9 o'clock. I feel like getting to Pastoria is a pretty good stopping point. So, there's the button. Yeah. I'll call it there, I think. I'm kind of also running out of things to say tonight. Oh, my energy has gone today. But yeah, as usual, thanks for watching. If you've been here the whole stream, part of the stream, chatted, lurked. As always, it is appreciated. Yeah, sad death with West, but like I said earlier, their death wasn't in vain, since they were able to help defeat that Lucario by lowering its accuracy so much. Yeah. So yeah, we'll continue on Sunday. I need to figure out what I'm doing with the Great Marsh. Just like in terms of, I suppose actually, well, no, because Great Marsh is all random encounters, isn't it? So I guess just pick an area and go for it. Yeah, I guess I do. But yeah, we can do that next stream. I'll check. Obviously, I'll check gym leader levels between now and Sunday. See if I need to grind off stream. But yeah, it's feeling slightly weird having just one game again, even though I was only like doing it for 2 weeks. I was only doing the sort of 2-game thing for like 2 weeks, but still. At some point, sort of like some sort of a midway, I might sort of take a sort of a short break from this and stream something else short, like for like 1 or 2 streams. Just so I don't get like burnt out on all the Pokemon that I'm playing right at the moment, since I also am playing Legends Arceus. But we'll get to that when we get to it. It's literally something I thought of today while I was in the middle of the stream. So I'll think of when a midpoint would be. Also, thinking about how I'm going to handle the end game stuff, considering Cynthia's levels, where like I'll probably need to do a lot of grinding. Like I will probably just overlevel myself for Cynthia, just considering. But that's gonna take time. But yeah, I think that is all I have. I think so. We'll end it there. Find the end stream button. There it is. There it is.